परम करुणा पहुँ दुई जना निताई गौरचंद्र। परम करुणा सब अवतारा सारा से रमणी केवल आनंद कांदा। भज भज भाई चैतन्य निताय सुदृढ़ विश्वास करे। नशाया छाड़िया रस माजिया मुखे बोला हरिया देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवन नाई हे मन दयाल दाता। पशु पक्षी झुरे पाषाण वेदरे सुनी जरा गुण गाथा। सारे माजिया रहेले पारिया से पदे नहिला आशा। अपन कर्म गुंजाए समन कोय लोचन दासा। परम करुणा पहुँ दुई जना निताय गौरचंद्र। सब अवतार सारा से रमणी केवल आनंद कंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे नाम संकीर्तन की। जय श्री लक्ष्मी नृसिंहदेव भगवान की। श्रीला गिरिराज कृष्ण की, श्री श्री राधा रमन जी की, श्रीला प्रभुपाद के, श्री श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु के, श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु के, पंच तत्व की जय। गौर प्रमानंदे हरि हरि। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
श्री चैतन्य भागवत chapter 12 text 191 onwards we will read today. प्रभु बोले तुम्हारो बिस्तर अच्छे दहन, ताहा तुम लुकाइया करहो भोजन, ताहा मोहि विदित करी मुकत दिन, तबे देखी तुम लोक बांधिबे के मने। The Lord then said, you have great wealth that you are secretly enjoying. I'll soon disclose this to everyone. Then how will you cheat us? When Mahaprabhu asked Kolabecha Sridhar that you are constantly chanting Krishna's name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, but still you are very poor. You don't have proper clothes to wear, food to eat. You have a heart that has many holes. During the rainy season, you have no place to take shelter of. So then, Srila Kolabecha Sridhar said, in this world, everybody pass their time in the same way. Whether it is birds, human being, rich or poor, doesn't matter. Then Mahaprabhu said, it looks like you are hiding something. You have something special. And that is why you are not attracted to so-called material opulences that people get attracted to. So what is the meaning of, can anybody say what is the meaning of the point? Because this is very important point that time passes equally for everyone. What does it mean? Sam Murari Das, we are all just dreaming and living a dream. It doesn't matter what your dream ultimately, it is a dream. That's a good answer. But there is, anybody who has done the Bhagavad Gita, learned Gita, lived Gita, they can only answer this question. I can tell from my insignificant understanding, Pranjul Yadav, it means that time is relative and everyone gets enough time for either performing devotion or engaging in activity. Time is same for all. Relatively it might look less or more, but every species have 100 years of life from their perspective. Yeah, that's a good answer. That's not a bad answer. Pranjul and Ashish, they've given good answers. It's not bad answers. Because birth, death, disease, old age for everyone. Yeah, that also you can say. Time passes equally for everyone. Although I have not completed LG to the best of my understanding, it means everyone has to क्या हो गया? Everyone has to face misfortune and luck as per their forehead karma. No amount of extra or less effort can mitigate happiness or misery except by performing spiritual activity. Yeah, Anmol Avasti has given a also good answer. Ravi Prakash, the experience in every species is same. Yeah, eating, mating, sleeping and defending. That experience is same. Sanjay Sinhaji, deterioration is guaranteed for matter and living matter and is same for all due to effect of time. Yes, time ultimately devours everything and influences everything. Abhishek Jaiswal, those who are rich, those who are poor, any other variety, for all of them time is passing. No one can get a lost moment irrespective of their position. Yeah, that's a good point. You cannot purchase even 1 minute. If you lose 1 minute frivolously, which we do, not 1 minute, we do literally whole life we waste. Literally we waste the whole life, dear friends, and without ever being. For materialists, time passes in striving to enjoy senses, for transcendent passes in serving Krishna, but time passes for everybody. Time as an agent of destruction takes away this body from everybody. Time creates situation for everyone. For seekers of truth, gives chance to perfect. For sense gratifier, it destroys their plans to enjoy. That's a good way to say Siddhar Jalali Mudi. So Anmol Avasti is saying time is Krishna and therefore it's absolute. So also it's a fact, there is nothing escaping it. Yeah. So finally, time as the will of Krishna manifests itself. It doesn't matter who you are, rich or poor. Everybody has to surrender to time. So I have told many times, time unfolds events. So there is nothing called managing time. So here, time passes for everyone equally. Means time as potency of Krishna is far superior to all of us. Time doesn't recognize whether you are rich or poor. Time doesn't recognize whether you are a devotee or no devotee. It is not just because you are a devotee you will not be affected by corona. It doesn't matter whether you are a devotee or non-devotee, corona will attack you. Okay? So time is impartial agent of Krishna, equal to everyone. So only those who surrender to Krishna perfectly, they transcend the time. Otherwise everybody is subservient to time. Okay, I think many of you gave, almost all of you gave very good answers. Thank you very much. So let's continue. After hearing Sridhara's words, Lord replied, "You are already very rich. So there is no need for you to accumulate external mundane wealth. Suppose I am internally happy, why should I go for a PhD? Like yesterday I told our Sunil Reddy, he did his master's here. I think if he would have done PhD, probably he would have finished, right? How many years back you wanted a PhD? 4 years back? 4 years back. But what you would have done with this PhD? You would have danced on the streets of Microsoft or IITs or NITs. Naukarim Dehi, Naukarim Dehi. I'm servant. But now he is looking to Krishna. Oh Krishna, give me service. Oh Krishna, give me service. So, therefore, you do not consider external worldly scarcity as poverty. One who is engaged in the service of fully omnipotent Lord cannot have any weakness or scarcity at all. After a few days, I will reveal to the human society that is ignorant of position and glories of Vaishnavas. The Vaishnavas are the sole proprietor of all wealth. And Mahaprabhu indeed demonstrated when he went to Kaji's house, leading millions in the first civil disobedience movement. There, while returning, he drank from the jug of Kolavecha Sridhara and manifested Mahabhava by drinking that water and representing or displaying to the entire world the greatness of Kolavecha Sridhara. It will no longer remain secret that the Vaishnavas are situated on the topmost platform and are the proprietors of everything, including all opulences. I'll soon disclose this to all the foolish, ignorant people of this world, the materialists who are attached to sense gratification, who are greedy for material achievement, advancement, cannot measure the expertise and supremacy of Vaishnavas through their own broken, limited yardsticks. That is why they are completely cheated out of receiving the Vaishnava's mercy and understanding the absolute truth. Since the value of their qualifications is so meager, the Vaishnavas conceal their real identities from them. So Vaishnavas are actually very, very they maintain a very low profile position. They never show off. Their opulences are all hidden because they rejoice internally. They don't want to manifest their internal treasure to anyone. But then Vaishnavas are expert in dovetailing Krishna's energy, Krishna's wealth, Krishna's opulence in the service of Krishna. Prabhupada went with 40 rupees, but then invested millions and billions in the service to Krishna. Sridhar said, "Oh Pandita, please go home now. It is not proper for us to argue." You know that whenever Mahaprabhu would go, he will purchase some banana and he would bargain with Sridhar. His bargain is, "You are charging too much." Sridhar will charge very little, maybe 1 anna for a 1 dozen banana, or even less, we don't know, or 1 kaudi, we don't know how much. And Mahaprabhu said, "No, you are charging too much, give me in 50%. And finally, Sridhar Kolavecha would say, "You take it free." Anybody who is giving Mahaprabhu, can you imagine? Who is this Kolavecha Sridhar? We saw Mahaprabhu went to consul person, merchant. He gave a beautiful consul to him. Mahaprabhu went to the betel-nut merchant and he gave betel-nut to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu went to fragrant merchant and he gave some scents to Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu went to the garland maker and he gave something to Mahaprabhu. Can you imagine? So just by getting whatever, by giving to Krishna, you always gain. So I would request Ajay Gudla and Sunil Reddy, Mayank Singh, they should always keep this in mind, that they are giving their life to Krishna and they should be fully peaceful within. When we give our life fully to Krishna, we should be very peaceful, never be agitated, okay, and never get attracted by mundane education, okay. If, my greatest tragedy is that I came to Krishna consciousness when I was doing my PhD. I wish I would have met Gaur Govind Maharaj. When Gaur Govind Maharaj was in his peak, I was studying that time in Kotak. So close, I didn't know. I used to live that time in Bani Vihar hostel months and months because my maternal uncle was staying there, studying there. So I was not feeling very happy in Ravindra College. So I will go to Bani Vihar and stay with my maternal uncle days after days after days, months and months and months. And but I didn't have that fortune. I remember once I was returning from Bani Vihar to Cuttack in a bus. One fellow was trying to talk about Krishna and he was sitting with me and he was preaching to me. But as he was preaching, because you see that the poor nations, they have communistic bent of mind. And this person was telling me about Krishna and suddenly 3-4 people, they came forward and derailed him. And my journey was over. That's the only thing I had. And I'm pretty sure that old man was connected to Gaur Govind Maharaj. But I didn't meet. So it's very unfortunate that I have to finally meet Krishna and his devotees, and particularly Prabhupada through Krishnan Sir is that has to wait until 93. That's amazing. And until 85, I visited Cuttack, Bhubaneswar regularly. And still I didn't go to. And I knew ISKCON, but I was the person who was talking about ISKCON that time. He was not a devotee, so he could not attract me. He would say, "Oh, today I am in ISKCON restaurant. Nitish Bharadwaj and his friends are having a birthday party here." He would send a mail to us. ISKCON Juhu Temple, Govinda restaurant. So that was in 88, 89, and by that time I have started chanting Hare Krishna. Okay, by Krishna's arrangement. But let me tell you, if we get a human life and we don't experience transcendence, we don't experience Krishna's transcendental qualities, we don't invest. Just now I was meditating, like I said 2 days back in Srimad Bhagavatam, if you meditate on Kumaras, you meditate on Narada, you meditate on Lord Kapila, okay, you will derive lot of strength. Just like by meditating on Kolovacha Sridhar, you will derive lot of strength. Like now, once in Mayapur trip, our Krishnananda Prabhu was taking us on a tour near Kolavacha Sridhar, when all of us returned, but he stayed back to chant there. That should be the mood. These personalities, they are eternal personality. They are always existing, and you can have access. If yogis, I had one friend, Dr. Narayana Behra. I don't know where he is now. He was a PhD from IISc Bangalore. He practiced Krishna consciousness for some time. But then he was caught by a yogi from Himalaya. In the dream he would come and he would make him to practice Kriya Yoga. And this Dr. Narayan Behra, he left Krishna consciousness and practicing Kriya Yoga. Yes, and he's practicing through you. So if you don't practice, don't chant. See, these yogis who are sitting in Himalaya, they are so powerful. They can, in the dream, they can make you to practice Kriya Yoga. If that is their power, what about Kumaras, Narada, Vyasa, Kapila, Prahlada, Bali? And what to speak of? Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Srivasa, Gadadhara, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and Kolavacha Sridhara, Pundarika Vidyanidhi, Rai Ramananda, all these personalities, Swarup Damodara, 6 Goswamis, Sri Rupa, Sri Sanatana, Bhatta Raghunatha, Dasa Raghunatha, Gopala Bhatta, Sri Jiv Goswami, all of them extraordinarily powerful. But we devotees, we are namesake devotees. Our heart doesn't cry to get pure love of Krishna. So that's why we are wasting our time. And my life is completely wasted. At the age of 54, a hopeless situation. But you people are young. You people are young. If somebody would have told me like this, when I was young, then I would have done something different. But nobody told me like this. So dear friends, don't waste your lifetime. And Kolavach Sridhar is so wonderful. Mahaprabhu took sannyas. Before Mahaprabhu is about to take sannyas, hardly 2 hours is there. Vishnu Priya is not sleeping. Sachi Mata is not sleeping. Almost the information to the intimate disciples of Mahaprabhu has been conveyed. Everybody is in morose situation. Feeling of separation is plaguing each and every one. And middle of the night, 12 o'clock, Kolavacha Sridhar comes with a petha. Petha, you understand? So he came with a petha. And Mahaprabhu received that petha because he is anywhere living. Next day he will not be there. She woke up his mother. Mother was lying. She is not sleeping. And told his mother, please make some kheer out of it. So you can make kheer out of petha. So, and his mother prepared kheer, and Mahaprabhu relished that before going to Kathua to take sannyas. So The Lord externally accepted the doctrine of Sukh Sakta philosophy, opposed the path of devotional service followed by Sridhar. Lord, acting as one of the ordinary persons amongst the whom there are difference of opinion, is actually disclosing the real form and process of Vaishnava philosophy on the pretext of question and answer. Lord said, I am not going to leave you so easily. First tell me what you will give me. Siddhartha said, I maintain myself by selling leaf cups. So tell me what I can give you, Gosai. Lord personally displayed pastime of poverty and want and accepted ingredient earned through physical and mental labor of poverty-stricken poor people in order to benefit them. Sridhar said, according to your own calculation, whatever wealth I have is not even sufficient for me. Therefore, I cannot give charity like a wealthy person. What can I give you? The fruitive workers who are maddened within this material world are busy enjoying the fruits of their respective activities. They donate a portion of their wealth and become famous as a charitable persons. But there is no possibility of achieving such a fame for a poor, penniless person like me. This is Kalavaja Sridhar. But Kalavaja Sridhar has so much within him. He has pure love for Krishna. He is every word he utters. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Inundates the entire world with pure goodness and intoxicates the world with pure devotion to Krishna. So what else? Kalavaja Sridhar. What he doesn't have, he has everything to give. The Lord said, let your hidden treasure remain for now. I will take that later. For now, give me some bananas, banana flowers and banana stalks free of charge. Then I won't argue with you. I was telling, no, he was selling all about bananas because around his heart there are some banana plants. So he will make banana cups, banana stalks or roots, banana flower and banana. And Mahaprabhu said, okay, you give me all this for free. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we are in ecstasy because we are reading Kalavaja Sridhar, and just meditate on Kalavaja Sridhar every day. You will gain lot of realization. In answer to this, the Lord said, at present I do not want the spiritual wealth that you possess. I am only trying to take a portion of your external wealth. I'll accept spiritual service from you after some time. For now, relieve my needs with your service as a sadhaka. As a spiritual master, I am the worshipable object of sadhana bhakti. So for now, I will accept portion of your ordinary wealth as an offering. In Narada Pancharatra, it is said, Surarse vihita sastre harim udishya yakriya saiva bhakti riti prokta taya bhakti hi para bhavet. Oh, says amongst the demigods, Narada, those activities prescribed in the revealed scriptures for satisfying the Supreme Personality Godhead Lord Hari are called the regulative principles of bhakti, by practicing which one may attain the highest bhakti. Some people who are intoxicated by material existence think whatever activities we must perform in this life or the duties that are prescribed in this world by the Niti Shastra must be totally followed as long as we have a human body. Apart from these duties, there is no need for performing devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Because the absolute truth is neither a product of this material world nor perceivable by the senses, rather the absolute truth is just the opposite. Therefore, as long as we are alive, we will remain fruitive enjoyers, and our only perpetual occupation will be to enjoy the fruits of our karma. Once in Jagannath temple, one Panda was telling me that mango जगन्नाथ सब देगा। हाँ, तो बोला मेरे लिए प्रार्थना करो जगन्नाथ को कि मुझे भक्ति मिले। अरे भक्ति क्या मांग रहा है? मांग, इस दुनिया में बहुत सारे चीज भोग करना है, थोड़ी भगवान कह रहे भोग नहीं करना है। मांगो मांगो, दिल भर के मांगो। बोला ठीक है सर, हरे कृष्ण। हाँ, so dear devotees, we should not become bhikmanga in front of Krishna. Krishna is so wealthy, and one grain of that wealth can make us eternal victim of Maya. So let us not become bhikmanga in front of Krishna. The only thing we should beg to Krishna is, when will I only remember him, whether I am sleeping, waking, or dreaming, whatever. That is how we should beg. We should have spontaneous attraction for Krishna. But they do not know that the material objects that we see are diametrically incompatible with each other. Both propensities, service and enjoyment are present in every object, either in manifest or unmanifest form. If someone partially manifests attitude for enjoying the object worship, no one should count his service attitude on the same level as those with a pure service attitude. To consider the object of worship as the ideal of object of enjoyment is totally reprehensible. When a worshipper is self-realized, then his worship is purified. His perception of the worshipable object is purified, and the ingredients he offers in worship are purified. Though many rituals in the process of worship appear incongruous from the external point of view, if one's intelligence for understanding the purport and essence of Shrutis is awakened, then he can appreciate unalloyed devotional service, which is situated beyond material enjoyment and renunciation. Some persons who accept material enjoyment as the goal of life think that all objects of this visible world are unfit for the service of the Lord and are simply meant for the enjoyment of the living entities. In other words, they are not ingredients for the service of the Lord. For the proper utility of all objects is to increase the living entity's thirst for sense enjoyment, not to be engaged in the service of the Lord. But Sri Gaurasundara said, all objects can be seen in relationship to Krishna. If the living entities simply give up their attachment for sense gratification, then such vision is possible. If one renounces objects that are related to Krishna, considering them mundane, then he is misusing his renunciation. Actually, the purpose of renunciation is to give up attachment for matter and engage the mind in the Supreme Lord. Sridhar thought, this Brahmana is very aggressive. I am afraid that one day he will beat me. But even if he beats me, what can I do to a Brahmana? At the same time, I cannot supply him free of charge every day. Anyway, whatever this Brahmana takes by force or deceit, that is my good fortune. So I will continue to give him every day. So Mahaprabhu would come every day, he will take something for free. But by doing that, he is giving him pure devotional service. This is the beauty. If Lord takes everything from me, that is the best thing that can happen. Because then I can always hope that Krishna is now ready to give me pure devotion to Krishna. Eh? Somebody is saying something? So, Sridhar Vipra thought Prabhu has a very arrogant nature. If I do not act according to his will, then he may even beat me. Moreover, I am personally poor and unable to meet the expenses of my own food and clothing. Therefore, it is impossible for me to give anything free of cost. Nevertheless, a Brahmana is a representative of the Supreme Lord. If I can help him without duplicity in any way, then there is a possibility of awakening my good fortune. For this reason, whatever he will take from me, either by force or trickery, I have no objection. I will be prepared to give him every day. If by his exhibition of force or trickery this Brahmana is benefited by me in any way, then I will consider it the result of my good fortune. By this pastime, Sri Gaurasundar and his devotee, Sridhar set an example for living entities who desire their own benefit to earn unknown piety. Although the Smartha communities are persons who are expert in worldly morality, consider the behavior of both as unsatisfactory and apparently contradictory. A living entity who is self-realized can understand that such exchanges are the source of unlimited auspiciousness. Great personalities who desire the welfare of other living entities give fallen souls the opportunity to earn unknown piety. Okay, so when we do Harinam, when we distribute Prasadam, we are distributing unknown piety to everyone. It is to be understood that their apparent use of force and trickery is only for the benefit of others. Sometimes we force, you practice, you come to the temple, by force, we make some people to practice Krishna consciousness. So, here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is approving that process. Particularly in IIT Kanpur over 20 years, so many people, by force they practiced, and when they attained their freedom, they also left. Right? So this is so very important point is Sridhar was afraid Nimai may hit him. So I said, okay, you take. But this is not the real reason. Real reason is, okay, he's a Brahman, let him take. I will get some piety. Unknown piety. Of course, Sridhar didn't know that Mahaprabhu is the absolute truth. But I didn't know how he didn't know, because Mahaprabhu didn't reveal himself. Otherwise, he would have known.
But after that, he revealed, no?
Now I am saying now. So, thinking in this way, Sridhar said, listen Gosai, don't worry about money. I will happily give you some bananas, banana flowers, leaf cups and banana stalks, but please do not fight with me. The Lord said, good, then I won't fight anymore, but see that I get good quality bananas and banana stalks. The Lord daily used Sridhar's leaf cups, and he ate sabjis made from Sridhar's plantains, banana flowers and banana stalks. So that is why, you see, I am waiting when our banana plants will give us banana stalk, banana flower and banana. And I am waiting for more than a year. What is happening? We used to get a lot of banana in 322. I have carried also banana for the Krishna Balaram. And then we didn't get any banana. Why? I don't know. Whenever a squash grew on the roof of Sridhar's cottage, Lord would eat it, cooked with milk and black pepper. Oh, this is not peta, it is lau. Lau. Sridharara gacha jai, lau dhare chale, taha khaye prabhu dugdha, mari chero jhale. सा लाऊ का खीर बनता क्या? हाँ. So Lord then said, "Tell me, what do you think of me? After you answer this, I'll go home." Sridhar replied, "You are a Brahmana, a person of Lord Vishnu." The Lord said, "You don't know, actually I am from Gopa family. Although you see me as the son of a Brahmana, I consider myself a coward boy." Sridhar smiled at Lord's words, but due to illusory energy, he could not recognize his Lord. Lord then said, "Sridhar, let me tell you the truth. The glories of your Ganges are due to me. Because Sridhar every day worshipped Ganga with 50% of his earning." Sridhar replied, "Nimai Pandit, aren't you afraid of insulting Ganga in this way? One is supposed to become sober as he grows up, but I see that your restlessness has doubled." After joking with Sridhar in this way, Lord Gauranga returned to his home. So we will stop here. Dear devotees, hopefully you enjoyed this beautiful conversation between Kolavach Sridhar and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I am very thankful to all of you that I was able to read this, convey this, or make this, be part of this transcendental relay of Mahaprabhu's conversation with Kolavach Sridhar. You can feel there is Ganges, there is sweet breeze, gentle breeze is going on, and somewhere in that bank of Ganges, Kolavach Sridhar is sitting there, and there are bananas, there are manja, there are bhanda, there are the leaf calves, and so forth. And Mahaprabhu, the dazzling Mahaprabhu, as a Nimai Pandit, is kidding with him, cajoling him, and every day taking whatever, some portion of his thing with him for free. And this is very wonderful. I hope that you enjoyed this discussion. Any question if you have, please ask. Anybody who hears about Kolavach Sridhar will lose taste for material thing, provided you sincerely hear it, meditate on it, and accept Kolavach Sridhar's position as most pure. Yeah. Tanis Gupta. Sometime to attain some material achievement, we have to do lot of endeavor. But later in life, that achievement can help us in preaching. But in order to achieve it, we spend lot of our time of day, get little time to practice Krishna consciousness. Is it acceptable, Prabhuji? Will we advance in Krishna consciousness like it? No, if someone feels inspired within to fully give to Krishna, that is best. But I would warn at this moment, because Tanisk, I know you are in 11th standard, I would request everybody should do at least graduation before you make up your mind, because by the time you finish your graduation, you are hardly 21, 22, so you can take a mature decision. So, one can take a mature decision at the age of 21, 22. Okay? So, yes, I agree with you. This land saw Mahaprabhu took sannyas at the age of 24. This land saw Adi Shankaracharya took sannyas at the age of 8. This land saw Ramanujacharya took sannyas by sending his wife to Maike. And, And this world also saw Prabhupada took sannyas at the age of 59, and at that age he conquered the entire world. So in Krishna consciousness you cannot say anything. One has to be careful, but the very attitude that what is the use of doing anything. Yes, if somebody is not gifted, there is no point laboring very hard to gain some professional credential and then use that in Krishna's service. I think that we need more people dedicating their life to Krishna consciousness. I would like if Tanishq Gupta can memorize all 700 verses, understands Bhagavad Gita better, internalizes, and goes in public and preaches to Krishna consciousness. That is much better. So Madhusudan Mukundas has sent a message that Gita Personality Index has been added to Learn Gita, Live Gita. Please fill in. Then we will tell you what is your. Please fill in. Then we will tell you what is your percentage of goodness. And how many of you filled in? Who have done? Can you give the?
Tested in our hours.
So that. So the result there. So people will see. So this personality index test, Krishna Gita personality index test, please everybody take. For that, in Learn Gita, Live Gita, this is there, and you will realize how much percentage of goodness you are in, how many percentage of, and this is not a fixed. This may vary from time to time. So you can see there, Madhusudan Mukund, his result is 56% goodness, 25% passion, 19% ignorance. Okay, dear devotees, please participate in this test, and your mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance will be known to you. But give the answer with honesty. Never say that you are in mode of goodness and assume that you are in mode of goodness and then you give your quality opposite to you. No. Because by hearing you know these are the things of goodness, these are the things of passion. No, you should be honest, neutral, and speak your mind. And then you will know the percentage.
So how we have to do now? We are sharing this. So first we have to log in.
So first you log in, and then you go to left. There is Gita Personality Index, GPI, and there you see I prefer to live in the country rather than the city. Country, you see that is you change it to village. Change that to village. Okay, I prefer to live in the country rather than the city. No, we make it village. So, but majority of us, we are living in village, city. So if you are living in the city, you cannot say that I live in the city. No. So, चलो भाई क्या है ऊपर चलो ना. I often feel like a victim, right? If you feel like a victim, then if you agree with it, then 7. If you disagree, then 1. If you are in the middle, you can put either 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? I'm willing to break the rules to achieve my goals. So if that is true with you, then you can put 7. And if you do not agree with that, then 1. And you are in the middle, then you put the middle portions. I have very little interest in spiritual understanding. Right? So like that, I am satisfied with my life. Fruits and vegetables are among my favorite foods. All living entities are essentially spiritual. So like that, there are questions, you fill in, and tomorrow we will display our result in the evening. But this result is not to tell you you are bad or good, no. This index simply says this is your status. Even if you have 1% ignorance, that 1% ignorance can drag you to 100% ignorance. Okay, and it doesn't matter that even if you are 100% goodness, doesn't mean that you have become a pure devotee, no. But if we are mostly in goodness, then we are more likely to appreciate Krishna consciousness better than in any other mode. So, dear devotees, thank you very much. It is time. You have one more question? Sridhar Jalalimadi says we have to send it personally or email. What is that? You fill in there. Your score would be there. It is online.
Sir, Sridhar had a very simple life and pure devotion. So, if we see our life at the present day and age, it's very much artificial. And how we can imbibe that kind of mood and practice.
Don't imitate Kolavich Sridhar. Hearing Kolavich Sridhar, we should take inspiration. You are Subhendu Samant with a PhD and you have joined IIT Kanpur. Always talk from the point of view practicality. You are in IIT Kanpur, now you have to survive here in this system at least 20-25 years. If you are not stable there, you cannot even practice Krishna consciousness. You have accepted your position already in IIT Kanpur. अरे मैं तो जब आया कुछ नहीं था इधर. I have to set up the preaching program. I have to, do everything from the scratch. Yes, in the initial days our program was very rigorous. Every day morning program and evening program. Every day. And prasadam, free prasadam. Every day evening also people used to take khichdi. So yes, first you have to situate yourself in a position of strength and then invest your Krishna consciousness. Okay? Yeah. Alright, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. I wish all of you will be blessed by Kolavich Sridhar. Thank you very much. लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, शिला गिरिराज कृष्ण की, श्री श्री राधा रमन जी की, गौर प्रमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.